Nigerians advised to cater for the less privileged, especially the visually impaired. Plus, police recovers bodies of abducted hunters in Mbo local government area. Hello and welcome to the news. My name is Evelyn Badu Ekbu. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times channel 103 and our social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook. You can look for your trending news stories. And now the details. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has reaffirmed the Nigerian Army's dedication to upholding the country's constitution and promoting national values through security. This was at the closing ceremony of the Chief of Army Staff's second and third combined quarters conference in Uyo. Yours truly was there for NTA News. The Nigerian Army Conference, reviewing operational welfare and administrative achievements and discussing policy implementation and projections. Chief of Army Staff urges Nigerians to collaborate with security agencies to ensure safety of citizens.
I assure Mr. President of the unflinching loyalty and commitment of the Nigerian Army to the country's constitution and promotion of our national interests and values.
He expresses optimism about the success of the housing scheme for soldiers, appreciating Akwa Ibom State for its partnership.
The choice provision provided by the state for the housing estate along the airport road shows the importance His Excellency's government places on the scheme. I am optimistic that with the assistance of the Akwa Ibom State government, the Uyo Awowas project will be another huge success.
Plaques were awarded to 3 senior level commanders who were posted out for their contributions to the welfare of soldiers through access to quality and affordable housing. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja appreciates the Akwa Ibom State government for the donation of a parcel of land for new housing projects in Ntidatai and Uruan local government areas. This was at the groundbreaking ceremony of the project, where correspondent reports from. The Affordable Home Ownership for All Soldiers project is a drive towards offering affordable housing for soldiers during their active and post-service years. The Nigerian Army Housing Project, replicated in 10 locations across Nigeria, including Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, is a collaborative effort of Akwa Ibom State government and the Post-Service Housing Development Limited to boost the morale and participation of troops in the South-South region.
It is a testament to the unwavering commitment and desire of our indefatigable Chief of Army Staff to motivate and alleviate the hardship faced by soldiers in securing a personal accommodation while in active service and in their post-service life.
It is essential that our soldiers have the peace of mind that comes from knowing that their families are well cared for.
Today's groundbreaking, which marks the official commencement of a partnership between the Akwa Ibom State government and the Nigerian Army on its AWOAS project. The vision behind AWOAS is to offer affordable quality housing options, enabling our soldiers to own a house in a place of their choice under the most economically convenient discounted prices and payment plan options.
Highlight was the groundbreaking ceremony of the estate by a representative of Akwa Ibom State Governor. Still to come, University of Uyo 104th inaugural lecture holds in Uyo, with a call on the public to seek professional advice before building a house. Details when we return.
Papa one passenger. Big auntie. Come and enter my bus now.
Hey, conductor, this cough is serious. Abeg, you need to go to the hospital.
Hospital?
Doctors say cough symptoms are different in every condition. Some are dry, others are wet, like your own.
God bless you, auntie. I have told this my conductor. The cough has refused to go, and it could be tuberculosis.
Conductor, check am o. Make you dey sure, because who no go, no go, no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If your cough is more than 2 weeks, it could be tuberculosis. TB test and TB treatment are free. Just call the National TB Hotline on 3340 or dial *3340# for more information. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people.
For overall best performance and quality education, Fortune Schools is a school to be. We offer standard and excellent services for your child's intellectual development with a serene learning environment and qualified teachers trained to raise and mold your child in great impact in a competitive world. We have well-equipped laboratories, standard playground, ICT unit, computer lab, library, music studio, and well-ventilated classrooms for effective learning of your treasured child. Fortune Schools is a day and boarding school with fantastic facilities and bus services for the comfort of your child. Visit us today at number 16 Odawsoro Street off Atiku Abubakar Way, Uyo. For more inquiries, call 0706 593 8384 or 0703 576 6904. Fortune Schools, excellence through hard work.
One passenger. Big auntie, go enter this bus.
Oga conductor, this guy cough na serious matter. You suppose go hospital.
Hospital care.
Haba, doctors don talk am say different types of cough dey. Some na dry cough, but this your own na wet cough e be.
Big auntie, na God go bless you. I don tire for this my conductor and him cough wey no gree go. E fit even be tuberculosis.
Conductor, go check am o, make you dey sure, because who no go, no go, no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If cough don't worry you past 2 weeks, if it be tuberculosis, TB test and treatment, na free. Just call the National TB Hotline for 3340 or dial *3340# to get better information. This message now from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people then.
Welcome back. Many thanks for staying tuned. To forestall negative consequences of uncompleted and collapsed structures in Nigerian urban cities, governments at all levels and the public are advised to seek professional services of estate surveyors and valuers for feasibility study and appraisal reports of projects prior to execution. This advice is coming from the 104th inaugural lecturer of the University of Uyo, Professor Francis Udodo, whose research dwelled on real estate investment decision, the appraisal pedagogy. Wisdom Jacob reports.
The 104th inaugural lecture attracted participants from all walks of life who were advised that appropriate appraisal techniques are adopted in taking decisions on real estate investment. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Nyaudon Dayu, reminded the gathering that inaugural lecture is an important academic ritual to carry out once in their lifetime.
I welcome you and ask that we sit and let him lecture us, for us to agree hereafter that yes, it's necessary, it's important to go into the real estate investment or otherwise. So welcome, listen with us, and at the end of the day, I'm sure you'll go back better than intended.
The citation of the inaugural lecturer indicates that Professor Francis Udodo is an astute scholar and a professor of real estate development appraisal. In his presentation, Professor Francis Udodo observed that real estate industry is dominated by sole proprietors with practicing firms having barely 1 or 2 qualified staff to carry out services to the public.
This lecture showed that real estate is an interesting and emerging field of study, as it is a major component of the nation's stock of wealth, which generates a steady flow of income to investors. Investment appraisal plays a vital role in taking decisions on choice of real estate investment option. The outcomes of a good investment appraisal forms the basis upon which investment decisions are made.
We try to make a distinction between valuation and appraisal. We try to make a distinction between the need to evaluate.
He has done justice to the topic, majorly differentiating between appraiser and valuation, which often most time has been confused and mixed to the same.
You have to think about what you can do to get things done well, which is very encouraging to you as a person, because investment is adding value to already existing whatever you have. So whatever you are trying, you have to be cautious, you have to be careful, and you have to plan whatever you do properly, so you're able to get what you want and achieve your results.
According to tradition, the lecturer presented a copy of the inaugural lecture to the Vice Chancellor, who in turn presented a plaque to him as a memorial. Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
Nigerians have been advised to take care of the poor and the less privileged in order to give them hope of living a better life. This formed part of the calls from concerned citizens during the 7th edition of Usoro Agbapa, organized by Mrs. Nwerobong Ubeng at Ewet Housing Estate, Uyo. John Paul Alumina reports.
The 7th edition of Usoro Agbapa, a program that promotes the rich cultural heritage of Akwa Ibom people and help the less privileged, had as a theme reviving our cultural heritage through agriculture, dance, songs, and food. The organizer of the program, Mrs. Nwerobong Ubeng, says the event is born out of a passion to help the blind and encourage them to become greater in future.
I would love to advise all persons with disabilities that they should do all they can to live beyond their disability, just like the way I have done.
She now told me that we should use quiz competition to encourage the blind. That was how we started. Then from there I said, since the governor said everybody should go back to the farm, I said, let us teach them to farm the way the blind people can farm.
Some of the visually impaired are grateful to the organizer for the event.
I'm so excited to compete with my junior ones, and also at the same time God granted me the favor to come out first. I say may the name of the Lord be praised in Jesus' name.
I am very excited of being imaging the second position. To be sincere, I never believed that I will image this position.
Thank the organizer of this program, Mrs. Nwerobong Ubeng, for putting this program together. It has not been easy. I also thank Ekomobong Precious for being able to organize the visually impaired to contest.
Stakeholders commend Mrs. Ubeng for her commitment and sacrifices to cater for the less privileged, especially visually impaired.
I saw something in her, and all I can say now is, please, madam, keep this tempo up.
It's an eye-opener. It's just by one person. People could come together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and organize a thing like this. It would be bigger than this, and surely more diversifying.
Return all glory to God. A call to serve humanity, it's not an easy call. But whenever this call comes on you, I assure you that God makes provision for that.
There were lectures on hydroponic farming by Ntuanayam, as well as Goodwill Message by Rita Otu of People, Environment and Sustainable Foundation. In Uyo, John Paul Alumina, NTA News.
Another break beckons. Stay tuned.
Oga Greg, you want to buy cough medicine again? Why haven't you gone for a test like I advised?
This your cough. You need to check Amo. When I had a bad cough, Madam told me to go for tuberculosis test. After the cough syrups didn't work, they discovered I had tuberculosis. After the free test, I was even treated for free. Now I'm fine.
Solomon is right. Oga Greg, check Amo. Make you dey sure. Because who no go, no go no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
If your cough is more than 2 weeks, it could be tuberculosis. TB test and TB treatment are free. Just call the National TB Hotline on 3340 or dial *3340# for more information. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people.
The body is made up of 60% of water. Mela table water provides good quality drinking water the body needs and is uniquely satisfying. Mela table water is produced in package by Amela Enterprises, Plot 80 Itam Industrial Area, Itu, Akwa Ibom State. It comes in sachet, 35, 50, 75 cl table water and dispensing jar. For inquiry and booking, call 0704 576 6325. Mela table water, naturally sourced and consumer friendly.
Welcome back. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command has recovered bodies of 3 members of Professional Hunters Association in Nigeria, abducted on their way from operation in Mbo local government area of Akwa Ibom State. 3 suspects have been arrested in connection with the crime. Clement Barikwi reports.
The men of the Professional Hunters Association in Nigeria, engaged by the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways, were on their way from operation where they foiled attempt by sea pirates to unleash mayhem on fishermen. Unfortunately, the unexpected occurred when their vehicles were intercepted by suspected kidnappers in Uyenge community, Mbo local government area. The suspect seized the opportunity in the community that was already in chaos due to a youth leadership tussle to engage the hunters in a battle. 3 of the hunters abducted had their heads dismembered and buried in a shallow grave.
There are actually 3 victims, but for now we have been able to exhume 2 bodies and the effort is still ongoing to recover the 3rd person.
Meanwhile, men of the State Police Command have neutralized a notorious kidnap kingpin and leader of the Bling Bling cult group, popularly known as Condiment. Condiment, according to the police, has been responsible for high-profile kidnappings in Uran and Oron axis of the state, including the kidnap of a state high court judge and CEOs of oil firms and a popular hotel operating in the area. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
Plans are on the way for a free medical service in Ifyayong Uran local government area, organized by VIFADAT Medical Mission. The event will mark the commencement of the 2024 Anatomy of VIFADAT. This was disclosed when the organization paid a condolence visit to the clan head of Monson Ibonda. Again, Clement Barikwi reports.
Edidem Anthony Peasukwo is the patron of VIFADAT Medical Mission, and the leadership of the organization is here to console the monarch over the demise of his wife, Obangawan Agnes Basi Peasukwo, who died at the age of 76. On the entourage was the son-in-law of the clan head, an elder brother of the founder of Vivadad Medical Mission, Sir Mark Effiong. They acknowledged the contributions of the clan head and his late wife to the growth and development of Vivadad Medical Mission in its services to humanity.
During her lifetime here on earth, was a lover of every person that gets closer to her. There's no time that you can get close to Obongawan and you just go back the same way.
Our President Sir Mark Effiong felt it was necessary for us to also check him medically. So we have come, we have presented the items, and we have checked him.
Speaking through family members, the monarch appreciates Vivadad Medical Mission for the visit, describing the late Obangawan Agnes Asukwo as a woman who has always shown commitment to humanitarian services.
I want to use this privilege to appreciate Vivadad. He has tried well. God bless him. I wish him long life, prosperity. And God will give him the grace to do more.
So I want to say a big thank you to Vivadad for all that you've done. I've heard about what you've done.
In their usual characteristics, the team members of Vivadad Medical Mission carried out free blood pressure, temperature, and sugar tests on the clan head in council and other visitors. They used the forum to inform the village council of the upcoming free medical services in Ifyayongso, an event to mark the beginning of the 2024 Anatomy of Vivadad. The team members thereafter signed the condolence register. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
And that wraps up the bulletin. The news continues shortly with Wisdom Jacob.
Kamba we kong ide nyana beren dut mu foirung anom beren kong enom beren ide nyini teme bo ya sem koi bang bunu nana panak pan buni mi mono kampo me borisi eket okbumbun eke wuto ken ko karambo kang ni song ide mbo ya ko mambo sanyini ne mbubre yo mi kere wisdom check up Barato do eboka memfna mbono wori babu fo di bopima akora mu foxi dong ke mefa kidnyen eno iteme bo ya ukara ke frikber akora mbono wo ekrebo KCM yang bono di angate estate surveyors and valuers enam do ngore no iboro bemiso mbono wo tongo di babu fo amiado se andiki no kwep kan nutum fo tum fo Ufam wenta ifyo uye di angate inaugural lecture Pro Ataifyo Francis Udo akanam dunga ba ya ikombo mito kombunyo Nutumu pempo ayo ikemina di angate inaugural lecture ado sem bono weke to mention suitiedi ndiene ma yo no maitem e ba musong medu na mori nam utum yafon kan nutuma di angate real estate investment e tubo mo fam wenta ifyo uyo ya udon dayo Amato yo tuwa wobo kanutumo kwe mpo miedo ta panpo ano menta ifyok si ado mpo moy nama paket ke ni weme mo nutumo weme ano kwe mi awrobo kenye ado ata kwe mwet ndien ayo ado ta ifyok kanutum utume di angate real estate development appraisal kini nya kano kwe mpo ata ifyok udo ama krebo kanutumo tumodo ado semme ani andu temodo enanga ado moy ni ngake mena utome senam muto mi enom bonowo kena na ido modo kema ge kwonu pempo anyama no itubo fongwen tai fiodo ngwere nyeke kama ke no pempo ndien itubo mi ama no no nye mbori nyeri kama ke itoyo no tumo pempo nyeke tumo wisdom jack Nombori dan nyeri teme bo ya mo sem boy bang ambunu na apa mbori mine ka ki monam bo ketua mo amia ka do ubang mempo ka tanga kan nutum ediang ka te usora bakba ayo itiaba ama ngora bang ubang aga tumo ya ikon bo mitu kon bo minku
Arinam usoro abakpa ame oyogo ikpege itiaba akesianga keje iko iwood adogo eridemme eduwem akwa ibom kotuogo utoinwang unek ikwo ye ndiria usokme ngwanda isogwo emaikom andikitum arinamado ma ubeng kensen ifak ye ngwaidem edinampo nombun unana yembun nnan kemme ikomo awoke tumo arinamado ma ngwerebong ubeng ama bu kirinamado akenekedo erino mbun nnan ndepubok nte kemmo edo mengwanda isowo ameniere eti ini iso kirinamado nko emaino me nsionsio ukpembo kebangake nsionsio ndutam utoinwang koro eti etobekom nko usok mbun nnan emaiwot oyogo inemeset enyonga koma woke tumo arinamado usoro bakpa adu arinam ame adapeke ndaga uforo inie ye eduwem ndi tokwa ibum ye erisenwam no mbun imini ya wukeme ye unwam uwemedi mo Samson okombok NTA
Ukangin bod de trem bok bugre yo mi ro tutun kan ka itiaba bugre yo mpong ri tumaki kom mbro itenyen tutwiniero